What's up, everybody? Emchase here, and I am really excited to show you guys a couple of things that I've been working on for a little while now. As you may know, and hopefully you already know, and if not, that's fine. More people are better. I've made a couple of resource packs for 1.9 that that are based on kind of how I play Minecraft and the things that I like to nerd out about. So, long story short, one of the packs is called Survival City, and the other is called Empire Strikes Pack. If you like plays on words, then that's probably the one for you. And Star Wars. Most people like Star Wars. But if you don't, that's fine too. Either way, as you can see, I've got like my diamond armor right now. It's a little bit different with my elytra is a little bit different as well. And now the latest thing that I've done right in front of me here is I have worked out some custom paintings, because paintings have always been kind of a sore spot for me, and Mr. Nismo had put together a painting pack with a lot of classic paintings, and it had some funny stuff in there too, and I liked it, but it was it was just like I was thinking for my Survival City pack and my Empire Strikes pack, I really need to have some custom things, and so in this one right here, what you're seeing is there's a little bit of city in there. Like you can see, that's Berlin right there. There's New York City taken from the river, the East River, I guess. Southern, I don't know, it's the Bay. And so there's a couple of cities, but it's not necessarily, just a bunch of city things. That's not what I wanted to do. So I do a lot of traveling for fun and for work, and I also am a photographer, and I've been kind of like, as I travel, I've been taking a lot of photos for the last, I'd say like most of these are from the last year, but a good portion are also from a few of them are from like 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I went to Turkey. Anyways, let me just walk you through this stuff right here very quickly, and then we'll move on to the Empire Strikes Pack paintings. First, we have, this is something I took in Bodrum in Turkey, Bodrum. It's in southeast Turkey, right along the ocean, kind of next to a bunch of Greek islands. It's just a beautiful place. It's a little port, vacation spot, and there's a lot of wooden ships there. And so this was one of them that was, as you can see, it's got a line going to the front there. So that's one. The next to it here is a picture, an early morning picture of the Antigua Arch in Antigua, Guatemala, and there's 3 volcanoes that sit right near Antigua. Pacaya is one of them. I actually climbed up to the top of that one, and this one behind it is the biggest of the 3. I don't know what it's called, but not the kind of place where you go hang out, actually. So here we have, this is my Emchase photography logo, my watermark, and I just kind of put it on a computer desktop screen. Next to that, we have some curtains. I had seen somebody else posted on Reddit some curtains, and I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to come up with something of my own to fit that. So I did some work on this. Took some inspiration from some packs, but built these myself, and very excited to debut them. Here we have a screenshot from in-game of me flying with my elytra. This is another computer desktop, which I think makes like a nice little, one block picture, since we don't really have a lot of those here, obviously. Here we have a BOO themed computer desktop. This is a picture of a kind of ripped up and driven over, devil signs foam hand that I took while walking around in New York one day. Here's a couple more colors of curtains for you. So, all of these colors here, here's another one, a 2-block wide one. All these colors kind of just match with a lot of the blocks, and that's why I chose them, I think. So I like those. This right here is taken in Antigua, Guatemala as well. There was like an art museum attached to the hotel I was staying at. while I was there. This is back in Turkey. This is a place called Pamukkale, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's located right next to some Greek ruins. This is Hierapolis. This is some ruins from Hierapolis right here, and standing from a similar place, this was like a shot I took in the morning, and then I kind of walked around the place, and this was in the evening. And also during the day I had done some paragliding, and this right here, parasailing, or whatever you call it, I don't know. Anyway, it's where you jump off a cliff and you just kind of like float down, and went over this, over that. You should look up Pamukkale. It's absolutely beautiful there. There's these pools that form out of this white mineral rock, and they look kind of like this. You can see it's white there. This is in the evening, so obviously it's a little dark, and it got this kind of brown orange tint everywhere in the sky that really picked up on the rock. It was very interesting. So yeah, this is I love this little sunset right here, and it's just a really beautiful place. So here's some pictures I took while I was there. That's all of those. Oh, this was also in Bodrum. There was a museum there there's like a fort built into the harbor, and medieval kind of, and it had not like a throne room, but definitely like a lord's chamber where he would receive people, and there's a couple big chairs and that kind of shit, and they had a couple of animal heads hanging from the walls, and I just got this picture of looking into the lion's mouth, and I've always liked that. So here we have I mentioned New York City here. That's that. Here's a screenshot from in-game. Like, I sometimes like to use these one tall by 2 wide pictures as television screens, and I thought this one really worked for that. This could work for that as well. I mean, even that, but this one really has that feel. There's some action going on, and I used Novaskin.com. You can make these by just like kind of plugging in your username or somebody's username, and so that's me. Here's one I took in Saint-Tropez earlier this year. It's just it's a boat. It says Saint-Tropez on it, but you can't see that here because it's been kind of down pixeled a little bit. This is another sunset shot, nearing sunset anyway, out in Index, Washington. It's just a beautiful place. One time a band I was in recorded an album. We stayed out in this place near this mountain for a week and recorded an album at this place called Paradise Studios. We stayed in a 3-bedroom cabin and did all kinds of fun things, and so I really love it out there. So I was out there for New Year's this year, and friends and I took a hike. So here's a couple pictures I took. This one on the left is out the front window, or kind of off the front porch of a friend of mine's old house. A young couple, they had their first place together after getting married. They weren't married yet. After moving away from the city together, they just got married recently, and this was just a beautiful view. This is a reservoir in upstate New York in the fall, and there's a bunch of fog around and everything. So, sorry, a little bit of a lip smack. And then, let's see. So I said this was in Berlin. I think I told you guys that. This is a picture in Berlin. It's right, I was staying at a hotel kind of right behind where this picture is taken. And it just, the water of this river was so still, and you can see that big monument in the center of the city. And I don't know. It's just, I like this shot. So I decided to include that. This is one... I made a television screen for you guys, a real one. It's watching the news, and it's a shot I took at a housing rally in New York when I was on the... I'm a journalist, so I do some of that work. So then, hey, Slimebo. This is back to Guatemala. This is actually Lake Atitlan. This is like my first view of it, and just kind of came to this viewing, rest stop on the side of a hill. Guatemala is a really hilly place, and You can kind of temper it and beautiful all year round. It was a little cloudy, but just the weather was so nice. So anyways, just thinking like this is somebody lives here, by the way, and this is somebody's real life. Yeah, so there. And this is also a picture I took. So if you're looking right here, if you see this little like rise right there, there's a big hill, and then if you imagine that it's about as wide as this hill right here, on the other side of that is a little village, and that's where I took this. And you can kind of see that rising thing right there in the corner. There it is again, right over there. So yeah, it's cloudy, so you can only see part of it, but little perspective on things. And this is some boats there that I really liked. But anyways, that's the Survival City pack. What are you doing here? I'm trying to record a video. You dang screw. I'm just playing. Anyways, yeah, I watch P00. Who doesn't? Okay, anyways. So let's switch over to so we were in the Survival City pack, which has been updated. So go ahead and there's a link to that. If you've already downloaded it, you can replace it with the latest update. There's also the Emchase photo pack separately if you want to keep those images that you already have. But there's also been other updates to this. I updated the oak doors. I did a bunch of stuff. Otherwise, there's this pack, and then we have Empire Strikes pack right here, which I made this logo here. I think, do you guys like it? Anyways, that's, yeah, I just used, you know what I did. Anyway. Let's go! Waiting here. I got Mr. Nismo's pack. I got B-Dub's pack. B-Dubs, get a pack PNG. Come on, man. So here we have Empire Strikes pack. Let's go through these. Now, let's just look at these. Now, while I'm looking at all of these, you just gotta know that all of this is stuff that I found, other than, like, I just kept that in here. I might, you know, if I do a future update, I may replace that, but I just kind of like it. I think it fits. So these are all images that I found online by searching images that were labeled for reuse with modification, which is what I did. I modified them, downgraded them significantly to their current pixelations of 124 and 96 and 60 and 28 and 24 and blah 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 and all that stuff. So yeah, like, so these were all labeled for reuse with modification via a Google search. So if there's anything in here that's not supposed to be labeled that way, then you know, sorry. I didn't mean to, and also I can't be held liable for that. So just for the record, if we may, for a moment. Anyways, I just kind of picked out a bunch of stuff that I thought was pretty cool that I thought you guys might like. These two look very similar. It's kind of funny. I put them next to each other to highlight that, actually, that the new Star Wars is taking so many clues from what exists and really trying to stay true to that universe. Yeah, so these are my painting packs. I hope you enjoy them. So yeah, just go ahead and, as you can see, here's my actually my Empire Strikes pack, and I also have my skin is Darth Vader. So when I put on my diamond armor and my elytra, there's custom elytra in this pack as well. Check it out. Looks like Darth Vader's cape, right? So yeah, these I hope you guys are enjoying the packs. If you haven't downloaded any of these yet, go ahead and you'll see links to each of them, each of the posts on the Minecraft forum in this video. I'm gonna post this here little thing on Reddit, so anybody who's out there who's into this kind of thing, and yeah, leave a like and leave a comment, say what's up. You know, let's be friends. Bye, guys. You a bunch of nerds.